doors.
Yeah, that's always gonna be the case, though, you know. But sometimes when shit is hot enough, you can't close that door. When your shit is shit fire.
I'm from the old school, you know me, all about the culture, like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG, shout out to Rash K. Set a new standard, other bars in the ashtray.
Yo, what's good? Masterclass podcast. We're back at it like crack addicts. It's episode 129. I go by the name of OG Triple Triple. Back at it. Hang out with the head nigga in charge of the Masterclass podcast.
You know
Mr.
what
Rashid
it is?
K.
Rashid K, the HNIC.
Word.
The original article done.
Word.
The Beast Ran God.
Word.
Can go on and on.
Yeah,
Where have you been? Where have you been?
Yeah?
Where have you been?
Yo, man, students in my life has been quite tough. You know,
like everywhere I go, where's OG? Where's OG?
It's been difficult, you know, when and this is the honest truth, like when South African hip hop, SA hip hop, is not making money.
Yeah.
That means even me, OG, is not making money.
Yeah.
That's why I advocate so hard for these niggas to drop some hot ass music, because like for us as journalists, if there's nothing to journal, then there's no job for you to, you know what I mean? So just been piecing out life.
Yeah.
Getting my shit together, you know. It's always shitty to miss the masterclass, man. I see you did last week by yourself.
Hey, bro, I had no choice.
That's when I was like, nah, you know what? I need to get back
I was like,
to work.
I'm here. The cameras are here. Like, fuck it. Let me do it.
But a well-needed vacation, you know. A lot that happened while I've been gone. The past 3 weeks, I've seen so much go down that I was like, yo, I want to talk about this. Then we can't shoot because of 1, 2, 3. Maybe we don't have a slot at the venue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now how do we even catch up on all of that, dog, when there's been so much? And you've touched on some of it as well.
Yeah.
So I want to say big shout out to you holding things down without the triple.
I had to. Yeah.
How's your hip hop week been? How you been? You know? Oh, shout out. I seen the castle is up.
The castle is up. We're up and running.
That's dope.
You know. But I don't want no rappers like, yo, I need an interview. This is for the record execs. It's strictly business, you know. So I'm targeting people like Josi, Lance.
Yeah.
You know, Big Zulu can come and speak about the Nkabi records, you know, because he's a record exec as well.
Yeah.
You know,
and he's your boy.
Yeah,
so.
people like KO, Casper, people who ran labels.
So we don't talk music then, what you did.
We do touch music, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is the business, is the music business in the industry.
Word. Very important, y'all. Go check out the HNIC Castle. Drops every Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
Yeah, there's a new one coming, or it's probably out by now.
It's out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. There's another one coming it's gonna be weekly.
That's the Masterclass Network, dog.
Yeah.
We got that. We also got the Youth Quake. The boys, the youngins are doing well with that.
Yeah, they pushing.
Loving it. Shout out to Future.
Yeah. King Future Mfana's doing his thing.
Love to see it. So there's a lot of variety for you, man, and we're building this network. There'll be a lot more other shows that coming through. You know, I'm gonna come through with mine as well. It'll just be me without Rashid Nyamkapa.
You need to be out there. I told you, like, you need to do events. Go to events and do those interviews.
The Voxies.
Backstage. Yeah,
I see those.
Yeah,
I can. But I think
so.
We'll see where we.
Yeah, we need to start planning the production on that.
There's a lot coming through for you guys, man.
Yeah.
We're back, episode 129. So happy to be back.
Yeah.
My hip hop week has been quite cool.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see the drops that have been coming out the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been
dropping music at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any like fire joint yet. Like I don't know if we have that.
There's a lot of fire joints. I like that niggas are just rapping now. They're not worried about hit songs, what radio wants. So like niggas are just expressing themselves, and you can feel it in the rap that this guy wasn't chasing a radio hit or a club banger.
Yeah.
You know, it's just music for those who know, you know.
Do you think that's a good or a bad thing, or like it's okay to see the music dropping?
It's okay to keep the culture moving forward. If other people don't get it, if they're waiting for that bubblegum shit, then we continue with our shit until they catch on.
And if they don't catch on,
If they don't, then it's not.
then we
for
just
them.
got music
Oh,
chilling.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, not chilling. It's out for people who relate to
Mess
it.
with that
Yeah.
with that sound.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can agree with you. I'm happy to see the music dropping.
Yeah.
But I do still feel like there's that lack of hunger for that major single. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, maybe on my side, from my look at it, like
Yeah.
niggas have been okay with just dropping music. No one's out there like, okay, I'm dropping music, I'm gonna put some marketing behind it, I'm gonna push this
No,
on
the
the
thing
TV,
is, there's
radio,
this,
blah 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 blah.
There's this negative attitude and negative approach towards hip hop. So they've been rejecting like hit songs.
Facts.
You see, this song is
Facts.
potential song of the year across the board, but because it's labeled hip hop, nobody pays attention. The compilers will just turn it back. You know, I think niggas are tired of that shit. Like, okay, let's just do music. Let's just make beautiful music.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I've
one
seen a
day
lot
it'll
of that.
all make sense. Yeah.
I hope so. I really do. Because
Yeah.
I'd also like it to make sense now as we hit, it's almost fourth quarter now.
Yeah.
And we need that song, man. We need to compete
The
at the end of
songs
the
are
year.
there.
No,
The
but now
songs
we
are
need to
there.
compete now.
No, I'm saying the songs are there, like hit songs, like beautiful songs, but they're not given a chance. You know, it's you can do so much. You know, you can go to the door and knock. If nobody opens, nothing's gonna happen. You know, so there's people closing these doors.
Yeah, that's always gonna be the case, though, you know. But sometimes
Yeah.
when shit is hot enough, you can't close that door. When your shit is shit fire, and everybody is fucking with it, like chances of them closing the door on that are slim.
Hey, bruh, they're still doing it. How do you explain? How do you explain a Check by Smamane being gold and it's still not on rotation on many national radio stations?
Yeah, I mean that's one of those where it's an instance where
And that's
the door was closed there,
Yeah, that's a hit song. Now imagine lukewarm songs and average songs.
which is what I feel we're getting a lot of. Like we don't have enough
No,
checks.
no.
Imagine if Check was the
no, not
lukewarm
hot,
song
not hot for radio. Like
for the country.
no,
everyone.
there are songs that are like amazing and people are resonating towards those songs. You see with the TikTok numbers, you see with the streams, but radio still will ignore them.
Yeah.
Because now you think if it's not on radio, it's not a hit.
It's not a big single. That's also
Yeah.
true. That's something we need to change our mindsets on.
Yeah.
Because also, like, as much as, yes, there's a lot of people still listening to radio.
Yeah.
But just because it's playing there doesn't mean now it's a hit. We can have songs like Check, but I feel like it would be so dope if a song like Check was the lukewarm. Young Todd. Like,
Yeah.
if we had songs hotter than that are now like, you know, like.
There are, but it's exactly what I'm saying. They're not given a chance. They don't give it a listen.
What do you think gave Check a chance then?
It didn't get a chance because it's not on radio. It popped on social media, TikTok and Instagram.
So it's about us.
Radio can't take credits for that.
So then it's about us and how we listen to the music. then.
Yes.
And how we consume and push these kids
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm saying radio could have been an extra push. You know, it could have been bigger.
It's supposed to be the main push, really.
Yeah.
But alright. I'm glad to see homies are dropping music, lots of albums coming out. EPs are coming back into big trend.
Yeah.
Niggas not wanting to drop albums as albums, just
Yeah,
EP this, EP
like
that.
listening to 15 songs.
Mixtape this, mixtape that. Yo,
You know,
just
like,
drop it, son.
now niggas are dropping 6 songs, 8 songs, and I think that's a good thing, you know, because
Yeah.
you can listen to that project properly, repeat it 3-4 times, you
Yeah.
know, and then instead of listening to 15 songs and you stop before you finish the album,
Yeah,
and
you're bored halfway through the shandy.
yeah, and it breaks the momentum. By the time you rate it, you don't remember where you were.
That's not a good album for me, dog. That's not a good. Anyone you've been listening to, I saw your tweets about how the OGs all dropped. Rakib dropped, a couple of people dropped. The OGs.
Yeah.
And you were speaking about how Nas is the only nigga who can still relate to today's consumer.
Who can drop an album, who can drop music and it doesn't sound like a throwback.
That's crazy because for me, like I went back and listened to the OGs dropping
Yeah.
their music. Was it more
Common and Pete Rock.
Pete Rock,
Yeah.
Common,
Eminem,
M,
Rakim.
yes,
Yeah.
all these cats.
Yeah.
And it made me think, right? It's like today, to a young up and coming artist who hears the new Eminem, who never listened to the old Eminem,
Yeah.
is there some sort of inspiration for you to still want to be a rapper, hearing what these OGs are doing today? And you're like, but it's not as dope as what I can do. So why must I
Yeah,
even
I think it's
fuck with
different.
these
I
guys?
think it's different. You know, even with you, even with the 90s, baby.
Yeah.
When you listen to an artist from the 80s, it's hard to stomach it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
not the
same way
easiest
with the
shit.
new kids listening to Nas and Eminem. You know,
Yeah.
it's like giving me a Run DMC or the Beastie Boys. Or it's hard for me to listen to those things. I think everything, like, we shouldn't force generations to do things that
They don't
they
want to fuck
can't
with.
relate. Yeah.
Does that now help our culture grow, even locally? Like if I'm sitting at home and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for Tony Diamani to drop his actual full project.
Yeah.
But I'm also waiting for like Questa to drop his full
But
project.
don't expect Questa to sound like Tony Diamond.
But do I expect Questa to sound like old Questa, or do I expect Questa to do something new? Because I know old Questa. It's like
Yeah.
Eminem. We know old M and Shady.
Yeah.
When he comes out now and drops this album, it's like, oh, we can hear a bit of old Shady and this new Eminem, and we don't know if we actually really fuck with it. What do we really want? Do we want Questa to come out now and give us something that will relate not only to us as OGs, but also to the young dudes like
I think
Tony and them?
over time it becomes the instrumentation issue. Like, okay, how current is the beat? What are you talking about? We already know the Questa voice, the Questa flow.
The story
but now,
as well.
now it's not about that anymore. You know.
So what do we want to hear from an OG now in this day and age?
Because
that's why
we want to hear fresh beats and
Word.
fresh stories.
When you were listening to Pete and Common and them, what were you expecting to hear? Because you weren't happy that like they don't sound like Nas.
No, I
can
like
sound
the
today.
album. That was my observation. I'm not saying those albums are bad. Trust me, those albums are dope.
Okay.
But it's not different from like Water for Chocolate, which came out in 2000.
Yeah.
You know.
So you feel it's got that same feel.
Yeah,
Makes you feel the same way when you're listening to it.
Yeah, it has the same feel. That's why I'm saying it feels like a throwback, as dope as it is.
Yeah.
You know, but there's nothing that says 2024.
Yeah, nah, it's like it's a tough one for the OGs right now. I also feel like it's also tough for OGs to actually shine in today's age, because the people that are consuming the music, like if I love Questa, like I know some hand that I know, her dad is like a huge Questa fan, and her dad is like a Grootman now, you know.
Yeah.
So for someone like them, do they make the music now for those people only, or do we like incorporate so that we don't lose? I feel like there's a piece of culture we lose when there's that detachment.
There's no limit. You make music for everyone who can relate, you know, but you need to be strategic about it, because now you don't want to lose your old fans, but then these old niggas,
they're not gonna buy
married,
shit.
No, they can buy,
but they're not
gonna attend the shows. Now you need the kids
to be there.
Yeah, when you have a show in Bram, when you have a show wherever, these kids are there.
Yep.
You know, you're not gonna have like the 35-year, 40-year-old like going to a club just for
your new single.
Shout
out to Ginger Trill. I think what he did with his one-man show is like well catered for what he took actual care and thought about it real nice, in terms of this is the type of music I make. I have a crowd of people that will definitely come out for me whenever.
Yeah.
So he just got himself a nice little venue. Shout out to Bertrand's in Maboneng.
Yeah.
Not too big, not a concert vibe, but the feeling when you're there, even when you watch the videos, you're like, yo, it feels like there's 1,000 people here, but it's only 100 of Ginger Trill's actual fans. I think we need more of those from the OGs.
It's all about knowing yourself and knowing your strength and knowing your market. You know, that's how shows and tours get cancelled, because people overrate themselves. You book a 5,000 capacity venue and then 500 people buy
show up.
tickets.
Yeah, you need to think about
you
it
know.
carefully.
So you need to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And look at your market.
Oh, like I've watched a couple of the, like, I still feel there's a huge gap in the new school homies in terms of performing. I don't know if it was COVID that fucked shit up, but I don't think these niggas know how to perform, dog. Like, you've watched some of the new niggas on stage, and you're like, your song actually sounds better when you're not on stage.
Yeah.
You know?
Now they ruin this thing of performing over vocals. Now there's voices coming in the background. There's you on the mic trying to catch up with the vocals that's coming out of the speaker. It becomes a mess. Like, we need to go back to performing over instrumentals.
Like, is there a school of, like, is there a formula to perform to make sure that your performance is great?
Remove the vocals. Don't perform over a
it
song.
can't all be that, because there's also like, with the niggas I've seen, and I don't want to mention names today, but if y'all keep fucking with me, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have even the energy on stage. Like, you're too cool. Like, we're there to
Because
see you. You can't be fucking cool for us.
Because you're playing the song. If there was vocals, that shit will require you to focus, to pay attention for the duration of the performance.
Of the song.
Now you know, even if you miss a line, it's there in the background.
Nah, that for me, it
that's why I'm saying
shit boring.
Remove the vocals.
Remove the vocals. Get some energy. Rehearse.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small performance at, like, drama, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there are people that are there. Yes, everyone is there getting drunk, but, like, there are some people that are there to actually watch you do your thing as a craft, as an art. And if you're just gonna get there and, like, give us a lackluster performance, that's my only issue with new school versus old school in terms of how they're doing the music and how they're performing. I do still feel like there's that value that young cats can learn from a nigga like Ginger, just to come and watch the man perform, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can help you grow so much as an artist. So go check out these one-man shows and do your own one-man show. We'll come through. We'll peeps what you're doing.
And there's something that caught my eye or my attention last Saturday. It was Basadi in Music Awards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
And then the female hip-hop artist of the year went to Dynasties.
I saw that.
I don't know her. I never heard of her until that time. You know, shout out to her.
I've heard of her, but it was only on, like, features, like maybe you know, Nadia Nakai featuring Dynasties.
She beat Nadia. She beat Fifi. She beat Faith K. And she took that artist of the year. Shout out to her.
So what you saying, Payola?
No. Probably just because I don't know her, it doesn't mean she's not hot. So I'm gonna.
I can disagree with that a little bit.
You know her.
You know her.
Where from where?
No, I'm saying if you don't. Sorry, I don't know her. We both don't know, but it doesn't mean she's not hot. I'm saying if you and I don't know her, how hot can you be? Because we know everybody.
Probably she has a hot song or a hot project that we're
how
not
did
aware
we miss
of.
this sheet?
It's because it's not well marketed.
But then you win
just
awards.
Just because you were not marketed properly doesn't mean your music is not hot.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Fair. But, like, my thing is, okay, we don't know you. I don't know Dynasties. You don't know Dynasties. We are supposed to be hip-hop journalists who listen to everybody, especially people in the commercial space. So how did we miss this, Sheed? And that's why I ask myself, is like, okay, who is she? It's like out of the blue. All right, cool. She won. I know Faith K. I know.
I hope
Nadia
Mpuli
Nakai,
is showing her in the background so that you can.
So we can at least see her face.
Putting you on and go check her out. She
is apparently the hottest hip hop MC according to Basadi in music.
Yeah, the female hip hop artist of the year.
That means we're falling off. You and I, they telling us that we're falling off.
Ew, guys, you're not listening.
We don't know niggas no more. If they're gonna win awards just like that,
we'll definitely check her out.
Yeah, but big shout out to also just the awards in general. It's really cool to see those happen. Shout out to my girl Noni Kumaro. She won Best TV and Radio Producer.
Oh yeah,
she's a home girl. Were you
Before
happy with the awards?
Yeah.
Is that it?
What? No, it was not hip hop. I don't care about other genres.
You just wanted to say
I was mentioning hip hop.
We see you, Dynasties.
I was mentioning the hip hop category. I'm not gonna go to Amapiano who won. I don't care.
Yeah, I also don't know. Who did that shit.
You know.
Yeah.
I saw the winners, but like I just wanted to address the hip hop category.
Who do you think should have won it?
I have no idea.
How?
I have no idea.
You can't say that.
ZuluMecca was not there.
Okay.
You know, Trusted SLK was not there.
People who have dropped projects.
People who are actively active.
But also, like, I don't want us to sound like we're hating Diana.
Was not there. XSC Legacy was not
Saucy.
there. So I can't say between they chose a famous artist except for her, like Gigi, Fifi, Nadia, Faith K. Those are the most notable. You can think of, even if they don't have projects or songs, those are the names that come to your mind when you think female rappers.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe there was a little Skrilla thrown in that mix.
Yeah, you'll never know. You'll never know.
You never know. Shout out though to Basari in music.
Before we get into class, there's this F-Easy freestyle I wanna play before we get at okay. It's really dope. It's like a minute. It's called Alphabet Freestyle. Okay. So he's doing, instead of A to Z, he's doing Z to A.
All right. Papoose reverse.
Yeah, I think it's a rollout to his first single under MT Records.
I was about to say he just signed with MT.
Check it out. Run it, Nkuli.
Yeah, F-Easy. Sure. Pepi-Z aseyokubuza why selukusolve u-X u-W I-guess uyenza sense yo-deserve u-West uhlanganisa u-V wokuyo-attack leader of the pack if awushayi yuku ngcola i-T they chewing on your ass so faka u-R ntwana shiso kwe-blood amothi urashe lutho likugcwele kumele ufole i-Q umjida ping noma ikuphi angibahemisi ngenhla iphezu kwa-O-zone I had to NS stripe was never sold when I get myself i-ML uzwile ihang okay sparky J-U-I unjenge-wine intwana getting fine apha i-age ngizama ukutesta i-GL scheme ephethe ikhishi sitheka nidle efanizela usize ngibusa ngisonge nginqindi njengo-Idi Denk ukuthi ngidemonstrate just for all to see ukuthi kubusa mina emotion yenza ibhazi njenge-beer boy bengenza A to Z choose ukuthi vele ikobe be-unique izomdefine okwe-hairstyle ka-Mr. T loko ngi-chest rap amakhadi skip abo AA guess isikhathi sokudakha ama-short meeting ye-AA ngathi baflopa kanti nakanti bezwa ngo-AA onistrati phansi ama-spike kuthathwa nge-AA
I need to hear. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, no, it's really dope, man. I dig it. Shout out to F-Easy.
Always been rapping like that.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you, bro.
Happy to see that after so many years, finally got that deal that matters to him.
Yeah.
That deal that he thinks gonna take him to the next level.
And if you watched the HNIC Castle with Sipho Sithole, he mentioned because he was once signed at Native Rhythms by Sipho Sithole.
Yeah.
And Sipho Sithole is his uncle. They related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Shit, he should have blown up a long time ago there.
He did.
Produced that like proper.
He did. He blew up when he was with Gate Kahlela album under Native Rhythms. That was big.
It was a big album.
Yeah.
Even that's, I think, what got his name out there like that. You know, that's when people sort of open their eyes to F-Easy and the bar game. Shout out to F-Easy.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted? Because I have something I wanted us to talk about as well before we get into class.
Okay. Yeah.
I know you saw the situation with Reasonable Doubt being sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Apparently it's going up for auction, or like a third of it.
Yeah.
Dames.
Yeah. He's selling his share.
Of Reasonable Doubt. But not of his share in the LLC, the Def Jam.
No.
Reasonable
Doubt. But did you see the latest developments? Like Jay-Z's lawyers have sent the papers to whoever is buying it. According to the contract, they will own that thing until 2031. And then it goes back to Jay-Z.
Oh, snap. I thought it was 2025.
No.
So what, they'll pay, they're going to auction it out, pay millies for that, right?
For that duration,
So I wanted to find out, you'd probably have more information on it, but like from a record label perspective and from an individual perspective.
Yeah.
How valuable is an album like Reasonable Doubt? And if you bring it home like a Levels or a Tulufelo or whatever, how valuable is it to the individual versus the actual label? Like, who would want that more?
It's different. It's different here and in the States. In the States, like most first albums, available. You know, they can be archived in the National Library and the universities. They can be used in Hollywood. Somebody can come and offer 100 million to buy the master. That, like, there's a lot of money you can get with owning masters in the States. You know, I
Yeah.
hear in South Africa people saying owning masters, but what are you getting out of it? You know, in the States it's a different story altogether.
Why
know?
is that? Is it because maybe
That's why it was popular in the States to sell masters. You know, even No ID sold his masters for 100 million.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm 50 years old. You know,
I need the money?
I'm gonna die and leave
This
this
music
out,
is
leave
gonna
this
be
music behind.
chilling, and no one's
So,
gonna know what to do with it.
You
also.
know, if you get this 100 million, your future generations are secured.
So now, how does it work for the homies then? This side where we drop, like, let's say OG drops his first album, it goes crazy. Can I get to a place where now I'm auctioning out my masters to either Rashid or to Universal?
If they see value in it, you know, they can do that. You know, you can. I think there are very few artists that are valuable. You know, I'm talking your Brenda Fassie, your Lucky Dube.
Yeah, you going
you know
far
what I mean?
with that, yeah.
We don't have a lot in the States. They have a lot of Lucky Dubes and Brenda Fassies that they can like monetize.
Yeah, I guess we're still building that
yeah.
repertoire, that base
Yeah.
of artists that we know. One day these
Probably
people's
it will
music's
happen.
gonna be worth a lot of money.
It will happen like long after we're gone. You see the family of the guy that wrote Mbube. Like
Yeah, I've seen it. But Sevilla guys,
yeah, they
like
got the
Soweto
money
somewhere.
like 50
now,
years later.
yeah, like
50
recently.
years later.
There's actually a whole documentary about that shit.
You know what I mean? So in South Africa, a lot of artists right now will make money 50 years from now.
Damn. I guess there's value in it though. Money,
Yeah,
music
in the long
appreciate
run,
doesn't.
yeah,
If
yeah.
it's good music, it will appreciate.
Yeah.
It won't depreciate. That made me. I got a question from one of the students, dog, and I wanted to actually bring it up. This conversation is based basically on the conversation of the value and, you know, what's the difference between having your greatest album and your biggest album. You know what I mean? So shout out to Luzuko Ace sent me this, right?
Yeah.
He says, is it possible for an artist's classic album to not be better than his greatest album? So for instance, Bad Hair versus Strings and Bling, Sjava's Umkrele versus Sinamuva, Jay-Z's Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt.
Usually, if you check, most of the classic albums are like the first albums, you know, but your classic album is not your biggest album.
Okay.
You know, because you're coming in, you don't have fans, you don't have a following, you know.
Yeah.
By the time people know that or realize that you're an amazing artist, you already huge, and then they go back
to find your Reasonable Doubt.
That's why it took 4 years for Illmatic to go platinum. While the second album it was written went 5 times platinum in the same year.
Word.
But they still rate Illmatic, you know, Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
It took a year and a half
for
before
it to
going
pop.
platinum. You know.
But Blueprint.
But
the
not
Black
even,
Album.
Not even Hard Knock Life, not before Blueprint, went triple platinum in the same year. You know what I mean? And that's not his
best
album. It's not even in the top 3.
But it would be one of his biggest.
Yeah,
but not his best.
So you can't say, because there's a big album and a classic album.
Yeah, that's what I think
Just because
Luzuko's
the album
asking
was
that.
big, it doesn't mean it was classic.
Yeah, that's what homie's asking. What you're saying is usually it's what would make it a classic is the fact that it builds over time. Like, people only would say, they wouldn't have said Reasonable Doubt is a classic of the first week.
Yeah.
But as he started dropping other stuff, we're like, and like that other shit that he dropped, that's
and
classical.
you have a lot of Wu-Tang albums, solo albums, going platinum now, like 20 years later, 22 years later.
Word.
some Ghostface album was just certified platinum a month ago.
Imagine, dog.
You know
That's
what I
like
mean?
over 30 years ago
So
type shit.
yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen with your music 20 years from now.
Okay, so to answer you, Luzuko,
Yeah.
basically, yes, there's a big difference between your classic album
And your
your
beat
best
album, yeah.
your best album,
Yeah.
you know. And I think for me, it's more about working on whatever album you need to work on. We will decide whether it's classic or whether it's just the biggest album. You know, I think with classic we can say it's about the music, it's
Yeah.
about what it did,
The
the
classic
feeling.
album, the classic album is timeless.
Yeah,
You know, the
biggest album,
biggest album is the one that wins awards.
sold the most.
Wins
word,
awards.
word,
but
word.
it's forgettable.
Word, I hear that. Shout out. Hope you guys keep sending us more questions, man. I like questions like these. Make me think as well, because this is what we're here to do, is educate and get into class, right? Or you got
Let's
something
get
else on
into
your chest?
class. Now let's get into class.
Let's hit the bell then, Nkuli. Yeah, I haven't said that in a while. Shout out to Nkuli, man. Always on the edit vibe.
Yeah.
All right, what are we discussing today in class, man? Easy topic, I think.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy. And I got it from there's a Facebook post I posted, I think last week. I said, unfortunately, no one will remember how hard you tried if you never make it.
Sure. I
So
saw that.
somebody asked, like, what is making it?
Yeah.
You know, so that's where the topic came from.
I like the fact that people are thinking about this now, because also a couple of weeks ago I had a back and forth with a couple of people, and so shout out to Mahuta 11 Sabelo on Twitter, man. We were discussing basically this, dog, is like, you know, generally the question is what is making it, you know? And ours was based on the fact that I said that surely there should be a restriction or a limit on how long you can be a come-up artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which would then mean you either make it or you don't make it. But now what is that making it, so we can know that, okay, you're no longer up and coming. You've now made it. You know? We need to discover and discuss what we're deciding, and what we're saying is actually, now you've popped. You're in the room. You made it.
But how do you time it? How do you time it?
I think for me, it's like, it's very hard to time it. I don't think you can't put a time on it.
You can't time it. That's why you should stick
You can't time it.
on making it. It doesn't matter when.
So you're saying you never make it, Jen? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Niggas never actually make it.
No, I'm saying Big Zulu made it at 34, 35 after rapping his whole life.
That's crazy that you're using him as an example.
Somebody would have met him at 30 and say, you failed, you didn't make it, because he was timing him.
Yes, but now what makes you say that? Because it maybe in Big Zulu's own eyes, I like that you're using him as an example. Maybe in his eyes, he still doesn't feel he's made it. What makes you say that he's made it?
No, trust me, he knows. Like if you can't walk the mall without being crowded.
There you go.
There's no being like.
There's not a lot of people that can say that, though.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people, but I was just making an example. If at the age of 30 he listened to someone saying you work, you didn't make it or you won't make it, and he quit.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm saying you can't time it.
I mean, my thing is, it's also a subjective thing. Like, it's about you.
You know, Reason has been rapping forever. Back to the City since 2007. You know, he dropped his album. He got signed by Motive. He dropped his album, I think it was 2012 or
Classic
something.
album too.
You know what I mean? Imagine after that time, from when he was rapping at YFM, making jingles, 10 years later, you say, you
didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
I'm saying you can't time it. Let's talk about what is making it.
Okay.
How do you know that now I've made it?
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
That's why I say this is a subjective topic. It's a subjective conversation. This is not based on any book or manual. This is based on the individual, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm an artist and I have certain goals for myself, you know what I mean? If I'm saying one day I want to fill up the dome,
yeah,
I don't think I can say I've made it until I've achieved that goal. So if my goal is solely to get my music onto Samro and get somebody to listen to it or get it played somewhere. In the sense that wouldn't I have made it in my own corner?
Let me tell you something. A lot of artists, especially rappers, lie. They will see that I can't keep up, and I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I'm gonna label myself as underground or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck the commercial. They lying. They wanna be there, because if you look into every artist, you've been on radio, you registered at Samro, so you wanna get royalties, you wanna get paid.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you cool with getting paid $100.
Okay.
They wanna make it to $1 million. If your banking details are at Samro, it means you
want to make money.
Yes. So there's a lot of lies like, I know I'm doing this for me. I'm cool
some people do it for sync deals. They just want to get jingles out.
But that's money. That's money. If you make a million from a sync deal, you've made it. You know what I mean? So
okay.
let's stop lying and say, I don't care what's happening out there. I don't want to get paid. I just
enjoy making music. I just want to drop.
Yeah, because every artist, I don't care who you are, loves attention.
Yeah, that's why you're an artist, right? You want to be famous.
Yeah, every artist loves attention. Everyone dreams on being on stage in front of 100,000 people.
Okay, then here's a question, right? Does that then mean that fame is what makes you know that you've made it? Once people, whether you got the money or not, once people know
not
who
fame,
you are.
Success.
But
not fame, success.
Fame.
You can be famous and be broke.
Yes,
you can be
a lostro.
Yeah, you can be successful with. Okay, I was with Slim when we were talking about this topic. That would you rather be famous and broke, or be loaded and unknown?
And unknown, yeah.
So we spoke about that. So you can't say you now like fame is fake. Fame is fake because now it's not real. It's not real. You can buy 1 million followers. You can buy a million followers and go to brands and lie. You can be famous, but when we do a documentary on you, following you, like, there's nothing here.
There's nothing, but you're famous.
But you're famous.
And that's why I'm asking you then, why can't we just say solely based on your fame that you've made it? Like, whether it's good or bad, you've made it. You're on the mainstream. Like, people are talking about you, whether it's good or bad. Like, niggas are speaking about you.
But
listening to your music, good or bad.
You can't say being unsuccessful is making it.
But you're famous. So you succeeded in getting fame.
Fame, bro. Like, a lostro can be famous. Bonga, the junkie can be famous.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you, that doesn't mean you've made it.
I hear that.
That doesn't mean you made it. Like, some stupid shit can make you famous, like that break dancer at the Olympics from Australia.
Yeah, I see her. Shout out to her, though. She killed that shit.
Nobody knows who the gold medalist is.
Yeah, we only know about her.
Yeah.
She was fire, though.
So being famous
doesn't mean you made it.
Doesn't mean you made it.
Okay. So we've wiped that out.
It's success that counts. It's success that counts.
All right, then it goes back to being an individual, because sometimes your success won't be known by everybody. We know of so many like music execs.
Yeah.
They're successful. But they're not famous. Have they made it?
They made it. That's why it has nothing.
According to them.
That's why it has nothing to do with fame. You can make it and be successful, and then the next guy doesn't know about it. It doesn't have to be known for me to feel that I made it. I must post my bank statement.
Okay, so with that being said, money, you're scrapping money out of it as well.
I'm not scrapping money out of it. I can have 1 million without you knowing it.
Yeah.
I made it. So your opinion doesn't matter what you think of me.
So that's what I'm saying. So making it has nothing to do with other people.
It has not.
It's all about you.
Yeah, it's all about you.
I have goals that I want to achieve.
It has nothing to do with other people.
Whether she knows about my goals or can see them, doesn't matter. But I've made it in my own right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I'll go back to the music and to an up-and-coming startup artist, right? Yes, we put our music out there and we put them on DSPs for people to listen to because we want them to bump it. We want to make money from it. You know what I mean? But if I've done, let's say for me, my goal was to fill up the dome.
Yeah.
That's my only goal.
Yeah.
And only 20,000 people know about that.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Can't I say I made it?
You can.
No one's put it in the news. No one's talking about my 20K.
You've achieved your goal.
So I've made it.
You made it. You've achieved your goal. You know, if I'm starting law LLB in secret and I'm not saying anything, and then I graduate and I made it, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's not for other people. There's a lot of people who look like they made it on Instagram. Because if you make it for other people, they will lie to you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. If I'm trying to make it because I want to impress Rashid or want to be famous, chances are it's not going to work out like that.
You're going to see this person in Dubai and think she made it.
Nah, I feel you. You can't put a monetary value to it. You can't put time to it.
You can't put time to it, and then that's why you can't look at a person and say you didn't make it. What if it happens 10 years later? That's why there's no time to this thing. There's no time to this thing. Colonel Sanders started KFC at the age of 62. At the age of 62 when he retired from the army.
Yeah, word. A lot of people, I mean,
you know what I mean?
The time and the age thing, it can't be limited to that. Making it, your success can't be limited to that. But it's also very important to make these little goals. Like, I think what happens to a lot of musicians as well is that you have goals. So I want to fill up the dome. As soon as you fill that up, and this is no shots to Cass and them, but like as soon as you do that, you sort of like relax and you think you've made it. But that's when you now need
that's when you need
more goals.
That's when you need a Casper spirit. I can fill up Orlando Stadium. I can fill up like more hunger.
Yeah.
I can fill up F&B.
Yeah. So then it's only limited to what you think. We can't tell you.
You set your own goals. But the most important thing is have your short-term goal, have your mid-term goal, and have your long-term goal. You can't try for the rest of your life.
You can't be. That's what I'm saying. We can't be up and coming forever.
For the rest of your life.
Be happy with that. I was telling someone, it even goes with like the podcast. We've been doing the podcast for 3 years, right? I feel like even if we say we can't put a time on it, you never know when this shit will blow up. Yeah. You know? But the fact that we've started it, that's a goal made. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And
we've pushed it this long. That's a goal made.
When we started, we wanted to do this shit. We didn't care about the views, the subscribers. We're like, let's do this shit. If it catches up 5 years later, it's fine. Let's keep doing this shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We didn't say if once we reach 100,000 views, are we
now we're gonna be better.
No,
that's not how it works. It goes back same thing. It's like we are when we started this thing 3 years ago. We can easily say that we were up and coming podcasters. Yeah. But I feel like whether we have 1 million views today or 10 views, we can't call ourselves up and coming anymore. We've been doing this thing.
We're not.
It's like we're doing it. We are practitioners of the sport.
We top 3 hip hop podcasters in the country.
So now. So success or no success, even with a rapper. That's why I say with the rappers, right?
It's the masterclass, it's Zinga, it's the sobering. That's the big
those
3.
Those ones you fuck with.
That's the big 3. The masterclass, Zinga, in no particular order. The masterclass, Zinga, and the sobering. That's the big 3.
No particular order, but number 1 is number 1.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
let me bring it back to the rappers. Same conversation.
Yeah,
is with the up and coming conversation. Sorry to keep going back to it, but it just leads me to the whole "you've made it" thing. I don't feel like artists should, especially artists that have got their music out and people know about them, that should keep calling themselves up and coming until they blow up. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like you can make it, without having to be the up and coming nigga till you blow up. Like you can just be the rapper that now blew up.
Yeah.
You were up and coming when you started this thing.
Yeah.
But now that you've worked at it, you've become an actual professional at this thing.
Yeah.
Now it's about blowing up. That's when you're gonna make it. And those are goals that only you can set for yourself.
Yeah. And not every artist has a Ngutu. Not every artist has a Maleningi. Not every artist has a
niggas were talking
Sete.
about that. Niggas were talking about how.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
sorry.
just because you don't have those monster hits, don't feel like you're still up and coming.
Yeah, niggas were talking about how those monster hits are like sometimes once in a lifetime, and if you don't see it at that point, you might just fuck yourself over.
They are. So the moral of the story is, don't feel like are you doing this for someone else?
Mm-hmm.
You know. No, you don't need anyone's approval.
Yeah, we can't tell you that you've made it.
Yeah, we can't. Even though we're talking on the subject, we can't say so and so made it, so and so didn't make it.
Yeah, I don't see a manual for it. Like you're making it just according to what you were trying to do in the first place. You know, could be as big as filling up the dome, could be as big as just doing Tsakane Stadium, dog, and that's all you wanted to do. You know.
All right, cool, man. So I think we're clear on this topic.
Yes, you've only made it once. You feel you've made it. We can't tell you that shit. Yeah, you might see it in terms of making money and stuff,
it
but
depends. When
all of that can go.
When Jay-Z had 100 million, he didn't feel like he made it.
Niggas still had to work harder.
You know, so our goals are different.
Mm-hmm.
Our goalposts are different.
Make your own goalposts is what I'm going to say from the masterclass. And keep taking shots at it, dog. Once you score, more goals. You're trying to bang in more goals after that, you know?
Of course.
Let's not settle down. Let's not settle down on just being okay with getting out of certain blocks. Yeah, getting out of certain blocks. Like, let's keep building and moving on. All right, we don't have much time, but let's quickly get into the free period.
Free period.
Hit us up there, free period. Sastii.
Yeah,
man. Sastii, new on the block.
New on the block. He's making moves as a solo artist, but he's part of the Quellas.
And and it's. I'm actually mad at him.
Why?
Nigga been mising my DMs. I sound like an angry bitch, you know. Like I've been DMing him to sit down, man. I enjoy his music a lot. He's one of my favorites in that call situation.
Yeah.
Answer my DMs, King. What the fuck?
No, Sasti's nice, man. And there's other cats from the Quellas that are nice that we're still gonna profile.
Of course.
But we had to start with him.
Why?
You know?
Why? What did you like about him that like sort of made him a bit different from? Because the Quellas not like they're all super different, but like there's certain niggas you're like, this nigga's got it.
Yeah, no, his. You see, they've been doing like features as individuals, and is putting a lot of work. He just dropped an EP or a mixtape. Yeah, he just dropped a mixtape, and you can listen to him and hear that's Sastii.
Yeah, I like Sastii.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I've been watching him.
Okay.
And the same way I've been watching rest of the niggas.
Yeah.
From the Quellas, you know.
From the boys.
So I like the moves, man. He's on the right track.
It's not to be negative, but it's gonna be a sad day when shit pops between those niggas. Like it's just so many dope niggas all in one crew. It's like squatter vibes. Eventually,
but not all of them are gonna pop. That's the reality of the situation.
That's what I'm sad about.
That's the reality of the situation. If you were a crew and you go your separate ways, it's gonna be unfortunate for others.
I'm sad about that. But yes, Sastii is one of the Quellas where you see them and you're like, oh, I see him. But this nigga's dope.
Is a superstar in the making.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him make it on his own.
Yeah.
Word.
Shout out Sastii.
On the producer side, we got Futuristic.
Yeah. Another one from the East End. He's done a lot of work with Slash T and other cats from the East. You know, so I decided to
profile the kid.
Let me profile. I think he has appeared 2 times or 3 times on the Beast Rant tapes.
Okay.
You know, so it's about time I profile him. You know, I see your work, I hear your beats. You know, keep on keeping on. Produce for more people. Send your beats out there.
Word.
You know? Yeah, so that's our producer of the week.
Shout out to Futuristic, man. When I bumped some of the stuff after you sent through, that we're gonna profile him. I was actually quite surprised, bro, because I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
It's not like he's done really big things.
No.
But his sound is some shit that niggas could jump onto.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why I'm saying he must send his beats out there. Sometimes because we can't go to somebody we don't know.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. But now when you say send your beats, and this is for all other producers as well, when you say send your beats out there, who the fuck am I sending this shit to?
To the artist.
Like direct? Like am I hitting up?
Direct. Put your snippets. Put like 20 beats, snippets. Upload them to WeTransfer. Send a link everywhere.
Word.
Yeah.
And if I'm an artist, right, and I'm an established artist, this is just a question that I'm trying to figure out for up and coming producers like Futuristic.
Yeah.
If I'm an artist, what do I look for? You're an artist yourself looking for beats. What do you look for that makes you actually go listen to that? Because emails get sent every day, but niggas don't fucking listen. You
know how American producers make it. They study the artist. You know, Joey Badass has a song that he found on YouTube. He went there. He typed Joey Badass sounding beat.
Yeah.
And he got exactly what he wanted.
What he's looking for.
So producers must study the artist. Okay. Rashid is on this sound. The Quellas are not on this sound. So you can't send me the Quellas type beats. Or you can't send the Quellas Rashid type beats. So you need to study the artist. When you send a batch, trust me, if you send 10 or 20 snippets, they're gonna find something they like.
But like I'm saying, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if they don't know me, right? What can I do to make that email like more enticing for them to actually listen? Because if I'm gonna send a pack, that's a zip file. I've got to extract it. As an artist, I'm like, yo, this is too much. I'm not gonna go through this.
Yeah,
shit.
but if you in that, like, write it, accompany it with the text.
Something. Say something. That yo, you don't want to miss out on these motherfuckers.
Here's 10 of my hottest beats. I hope you like one.
Or 10 of Rashid sounding beats.
Yeah.
Or something. Say something that's gonna make me open your email.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed like a lot of artists get music and beats, and a lot of producers send their beats, but it never gets listened to because artists are just like, I don't even know you, dog. Let me move on. Oh yeah, her cut the lights. Alright, let me listen to her shit. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how do we get Futuristic to be on the same level?
Be nice with the words. Like you see the way you run game with the chicks. Run game. Send it to Questa.
Finesse, chief.
Send it to Questa and say, yo, I have something better than Gutu. Obviously, that's gonna catch his attention.
Yeah, I'm like,
obviously, that's
got something better than. Even though he might have heard that a million times.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even know when he might find one.
Yeah, but like, be nice with the words.
Yeah, like let's make these emails, because I'll tell you the truth, man. These artists, they don't be listening to a lot of beats that producers send, man. If I don't know you as a producer,
that's why I'm
saying
shit. Like the caption must capture me.
Word. I got you. Shout out to Futuristic. Shout out to Sastii on the free period. Let's quickly review this album.
Yeah. It's an EP, Sims EP by ZuluMecca.
The Sims EP.
Yes.
Yeah, long awaited too. People have been squealing, wanting music from Zulu.
Yeah.
6 songs or 7 songs?
6 songs. 6 songs.
Yeah, that was an easy listen for me.
Yeah, it was.
Felt a bit too short, to be honest.
Yeah.
Felt a bit too short.
I think it's perfect. It's 16 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I need, come on.
16. No, it's fine.
Give me
you
one
complain
more
when it's long.
Give me one more. If it's good, I ain't gonna complain. But if it's terrible, don't give me 15 terrible songs.
I think I like it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's
dope.
beautiful. You know, I like End of the World.
Yeah, that's the Lord Keys joint, right?
Lord Keys and Mas Baby.
Shout out to putting them on as well, man.
Yeah, and then there's Leave. There's Leave with Marcus Harvey. I like that as well.
Of course, Marcus always doing his thing.
You know, Right Back with Hannah Ray.
I like the last joint as well. Like that's
Job Not Finished.
Yeah.
Yo, the last joint, the rhyme scheme there, the rhyme patterns. She's crazy with it.
And like to even title it that is on some. This is an EP, niggas.
Yeah.
This is what I can do.
Yeah.
But what I'm coming through with in the future, you all gonna like this. You all gonna like this.
I like the music. The music is beautiful, you know, the beat selection. And she's a lyricist. She can go against any nigga. But a lot of lyricists like suck when it comes to beat selection.
Choosing the beats. You've been saying you've said that quite often actually.
Yeah.
You've said that. You said Ether was a garbage beat.
It's garbage. you know, she did an amazing job with the beat selection,
Yeah.
and the topics and
Tight album.
you know, on track 3, Illa, then she's on that rapper shit. She's got those battle rhymes where you're not dissing, but you like J. Cole type shit.
Yeah.
I wish a nigga would try me.
Time, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know nobody's going to try me. That's what I heard from it. Like, I know I'm dope at this rap thing. That's why I felt like also when she put this together, I feel like she had a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Maybe 20, 25 songs. And she could only put 6 together. But choosing that 6, I think must have been very tough for her. Like, I don't think the songs that she gave us are just for nothing. Every song she gave us, was for a reason.
I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Sometimes you give us 12 songs, like, and then we say, if it was shorter, if she took this, it would have been classic.
Yeah.
You know,
it also goes about who the artist is.
Yeah, so you don't have to have fillers. Every song here is worth it. All 6 of them.
It's worth it. And I feel like she also has a couple other songs that she'll probably never drop that were supposed to be for this. And we won't hear them because this just made more sense for Seams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think just as an EP, it sounded better. Is she still under Stalo?
Yeah.
Who's this dropped under?
Yeah, Stay Low.
Stay Low. Shout out to Stay
Yeah,
Low,
Stay
man.
Low.
The producers also need hats off for this album.
Yeah.
Like production-wise, a lot of time was put into this. And
Yeah, I know they
you
did
can
the
hear
things.
the finesse and the finickiness of it. Is
Yeah.
that, she wasn't trying to be a bar off
Yeah.
or a beat off on this album. Like, she wanted it to be a dope EP, which is what I got from it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I'm giving it a 9
9 out of
0.5
10. Really?
out of
Shit.
10. Yeah.
I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
A 9.5 out of 10.
Ain't nothing
I love
wrong
it.
with
I
a
love
good
it.
16-minute
I
album.
love it. It's can repeat it, no skips.
Facts.
Shout out to ZuluMecca.
Facts. Good for a drive, 16-minute nyana on your way to the strip
to the
club.
mall, to the mall. All right, episode 129, the Masterclass podcast. We're out.
Peace. See you next week.
Let's get serious for the free period and drop a link in the comments cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG